So growing up in Omaha, Nebraska, always from a young age, I had huge dreams, huge ambitions. But one thing that I noticed while I was growing up is I never took my dreams and ambitions as seriously as I should have. And I think a lot of this was built around this story that was told by myself and the situation I was in growing up. It's just like, oh, you'll never make it doing this. You'll never make it doing that. To be an NBA player, you had to be extremely talented. And my first passion was basketball. First passion was baseball. And I gave those my all. I tried my absolute hardest, but in the back of my head, I never really believed in myself that I could take things to the next level. And this is where an addiction to gaming kind of settled in. And I got into video games super hard, played Call of Duty 18 hours a day, and it took so much away from basketball and baseball, hanging out with my friends, my social life. And this is where I started to become pretty insecure. I started realizing that, damn, I'm kind of turning into a full-on loser. And moving into high school, I realized that I cannot have this mindset. And I picked up baseball and basketball again once more in high school. And one thing that really discouraged me, I was never really close to being the best player on my team. There was actually one point where I was transitioning from sophomore year into junior year of high school where I took really almost the whole summer off of playing basketball and went to tryouts that next year, thinking I was just going to make JV varsity without a problem. I felt this random sense of entitlement, and I got cut. And that was just one of the most discouraging moments for me in my entire life. I broke down, I bawled, and like I lost that edge that I had at such a young age, because again, I was around this story where I feel like people around me just didn't really believe in me, and my parents themselves, they wanted me to get some full-time job in finance. They didn't want me to chase sports as seriously as I wanted to, and I believed that. I let that settle into my head. And so not only that, it's just my body image. Growing up alone and in high school, I looked around at my friends groups. I was always the skinniest person, and I let that kind of hit hard for me. I never let anyone knew about it. And even during sports, I was always the smallest on my team. I was always thrown that size small jersey, and I looked at some of my teammates that were lifting more weight than me, looked better than me, and I just wanted to be like that. When I brought it up to my parents for the first time, they're like, oh, Chad, you don't need a gym membership. You just need these 8-pound dumbbells. Just do push-ups and sit-ups every day. You'll turn into Arnold. I'm like, okay. And I believed it. And as sad as that sounds, I believed it. And so after senior year, I realized that sports wasn't something that I was going to carry on. And so going into college, I was in this mindset of, okay, I'm going to get myself a full-time job. I'm going to be a financial advisor because that's what my parents want me to do. This is where I started transitioning into, okay, now I finally have the freedom to start going to this college gym and start working out. And that's what I started doing. I started seeing results. Started eating more, started making muscle gains. Now, I didn't know what the hell I was doing in the gym. I would go in the gym and pick up some dumbbells and do full body workouts and stuff that I just learned from training and conditioning. But this one thing that I've always had growing up was this competitive edge. Not only for sports, not only with these pickup basketball games in my neighborhood, but even with high school sports conditioning. I always tried to train the hardest, run the hardest, and do what I could to stand out. And I brought this competitive edge into bodybuilding. I invested the time into learning what's wrong, what's right, figured out what worked for me, and ever since that, I just absolutely fell in love with the journey of bettering myself, not only physically but mentally. And throughout college, it was my third year where I realized that, I really love this bodybuilding thing. I'm really passionate about helping others. People would reach out to me and be like, Chad, the progress you're making is absolutely incredible, man. What are you doing? And that fired me up. That motivated me more than anything else. And I would actually make plans for people for free, like literally in Microsoft Word, full-on macro plans, meal plans, training plans, and send them to them and not even charge a dime. And it got to the point where I saw people even making results off that, and I was like, I really like serving people. I really like bettering people's lives, not only my own lives, but others. And it got to a point where someone reached out for full online coaching for the first time. I was like, this is really happening. And so I decided to charge that person. This person is still a client of mine today and has made amazing results and has literally gained 25 pounds of muscle and is on a very similar journey as to where I was. And that's where it hit me. Third year into college. I was going to school for business, and it's like, what are these business classes doing for me right now? I'm going in, I'm not motivated in school. I honestly, I'm really disliking it. But the one thing that I look forward to every single day is stepping foot in that gym, tracking my meals, looking at myself in the mirror and seeing the progress that I'm making. That's the thing that's always excited me. And that's where I decided to go all in. I started my coaching business, and now I'm in a position to where not only do I have this love and passion for bettering myself mentally and physically, but I'm just as passionate, if not more, about bettering other people's lives as well. Showing people that if I can do it, you can do it. Taking people from rock bottom situations to loving being in their own skin, being super confident, outspoken, and showing the fuck up. And that's what I'm all about, is digging deep into people and bringing out this potential that they didn't even realize that they had. Because every single individual has that. Every single person can dig deep, really find what they're passionate about, and take that giant leap into actually making it a reality. And that's exactly what I did. I realized that with Omaha, just like I said at the beginning of this, it's a place for people to settle and raise a family. And I wanted to step outside and grow, push my limits, take risks. Yeah, I'm gonna fail down the line, but that's only gonna be a lesson learned that I'll take and move forward. And so that's where I decided to move my entire life to Houston after 20 full years and pursue online coaching, fitness, in my dreams, ambitions full time. And that's what's helped me become the man I am today. Welcome to Beyond Built, the series. This series is for those that are looking to get in the best shape of their lives, not only physically, but mentally. Throughout this series, I'm going to be documenting the entire journey of my road to the Summer Shredding Classic Men's Physique. My goal in mind is to get in the best possible shape of my life, and there's no reason why you can as well. I'm here to show you that your transformation is more than just physical. I'm here to show you that whatever goal that you have in mind, you can make that a reality. Dig deep, find that potential within you, follow me along, and let's get in the best shape of your life.